Here we are in Google Slides. Just like you could find Docs, you're going to find Google Slides in your waffle as the yellow one that has the slides icon. You can type in slides.google.com or you can start it within your Google Drive. But here I am in that slide deck that we started with, that Google Basics one, and we're going to play around with this slide deck a little bit as we talk about Google Slides. You're going to find that most of the items in Google Slides are very similar to what you saw in Docs. The only difference is that Google Slides has some functionalities that Google Docs doesn't, or it functions in a little bit different way. For example, if you were looking for the translate tool, you'll notice that it's not here in Slides, but when you were over in Google Docs, you had the ability to translate. So you're going to see some differences between the two there. So here I am in Google Docs, or I'm sorry, in Google Slides, and we're going to go over some basic navigation. Just like the Docs video, you can still title. You still have the ability to star that item to add it to your drive. You still have the ability to look at the last edit time, the ability to add comments, which we haven't really done yet, but we'll make sure we do. The ability to join from a Google Meet. Here now we have the ability to put it in slideshow mode. And we still have the same share functions. They work exactly the same in Docs as they do in Slides. As we come down to the next menu in your file, same menu that you had in Google Docs, same similar, or at least similar menu that you had in Google Docs for edit. Your view mode is going to have a few new things. So in here, you're going to see the ability to edit, comment, and view. You're going to have the ability to put it into a slideshow mode. You can add motion to all of your slides so that it could be more animated. You can build on themes. We're going to talk about comments in a moment. You can put in grids so you can lock items into place. You can put in guides for the same reason, can help with you visually. You can snap those lines so that it helps you organize things on the page. You can also put in pointers and so on. Under insert, just like in Docs, you can add in images, you can add in diagrams, charts, words, but now we're going to add in lines and word art that maybe you didn't see before. You'll also have the ability to grab some templates from the insert. Under format, anytime you're on text, so if I click on this Chrome right here and I go to format, you're going to see that I can align my form or align my text just like I can on the toolbar. The information is also under format. Under slide, I can grab a new slide, again, templates, so they're in multiple places. I can duplicate a slide. If I want to hide a slide from presentation mode, I can skip it. I can change the background, apply a layout to help me out in my organization. Again, those transitions. I can create my theme in the edit theme, or I can change my theme. Under arrange, if I have an item that's above something or below something, I can change the order. So let's say, for example, let me grab an image here. So let's see, I grab the snow day one. Why not? We're in New York. We get snow days, right? But let's say I want it to go, I want the words to go over this one instead of under it. I can click on arrange, click on order, and I can send that item to the back. And then you're going to see that it changes the order. All right. So we're going to delete that so we don't have snow day dancing on our screen. So that's your arrange. You could also group items in here as well. Your tools are going to still be that dictionary, your accessibility tools, and so on. You're still going to have some of that AI built in with your spell checks, but it doesn't have, like I said, as extensive a menu as you had in Google Docs. Don't worry about extensions. That's not something for a beginner. And then in the help, you have the ability to get those help menus and also to get some more training. And as we go down a little bit further, we have the ability to search our menus. If we get stuck, we have the ability to add a new slide. We can check out those templates again, the ability to print, change the size, and so on as we're going through. Now, this menu does change based on what you're clicked on. So if I click on Chrome, you're going to see that now I have the ability to change the text. But if I'm on an image, so if I go back to this first one and I click on this Google Basics image, I'm going to have different icons up the top. So let's talk about that. With this image here, I can click replace the image. I can pull up my format options and change the size. I can recolor the item if I want. I can add in drop shadows. So maybe I want, a light blue drop shadow below it. You can see that if I change the angle, it's going to move it around. Let's move it out so you can see it. There we go. So you can see I have this little grid that you're showing outside of, depending on where you put the distance from it, you can see how it drops and changes. And then the blur radius is going to either make it blur more or less, depending on what you're looking for within your item. All right, and you can change the angle of where it's going to be based on what you like. I'm going to uncheck it because you don't need it, but you do have the ability to do that in your drop shadow. As far as other beginner things with images, you can always insert an image like you saw me do really quick before. You can upload from your computer. You can search the web. So if I put in, let's do Google, you're going to see that different ones come up. If I click on one and I want to insert it, I click insert and it comes. Um, the background here is white. If you want it to be something that's transparent, what you're going to do is click image, search the web, and next to the word Google, I'm going to do transparent image. And if there is one, it's going to give it to me. If there isn't, then I'm not going to. But here, this one looks like it is. So you can always do that within your images. Lots more you can do with images. That's just where we're going to stop at the beginner level. But play around with these and see how you bring different images in. One other thing I want to show you is around an image. And actually, let me pull up a different image so it's easier for you to see. So I'm going to grab elephant. I just want a picture. Let's say I put this picture on my slide here. I can move it around by clicking and dragging. So I'm holding my thumb down on my trackpad or I'm holding the pointer finger down on your mouse. You're going to see that you have these blue handles around the slide. If I want to shrink or make the image bigger, I'm going to grab those handles, make it smaller or larger. Right here, this elephant one has a lot of empty space over here. If I don't want that, I double click on the image till I get the black handles, and then I drag that black handle in. I can do it on both sides here, and when I hit return, it's going to take that part out. If I double click, I can still bring it back, but when I put this in present mode, they're only going to see this part of the image. Okay. There are other things you can do that are advanced skills with images. That's as much as you need to know at the beginner. You have the ability to add in shapes by clicking on the shapes tool. This is great if you wanted to put something, let's say, in a circle. You can do that, and you can change the color by using the paint can, the border by using the pencil tool, the thickness of the border, and so on. All right, beginner, that's enough. You have the same thing with the line. You can change your background. If you click on layout, you can see the different layouts within this theme. If you pull a whole theme of something, you're going to see multiple layouts. This one, I just created the one slide, so we only have the one. And then you have the ability to change your transitions, like I said, to make motion. Over on the right, there's a pointer if you need one, and you have the ability to record your slideshow right within Google Slides. That's all I'm going to show you for Google Slides. You have the ability, I said, to grab your text, to grab images, to add in images, add in shapes. You can also add in charts and all sorts of graphics using your insert button.